Hi, I'm Sonja, and this is my husband, Phil. We used to live in Musselburgh, a town near Edinburgh, with our two little boys. But at the end of 2023, we moved to an old croft house on the Isle of Skye. We've been living on Skye for 3 months, experiencing our first autumn and winter here. While we've been lucky enough to have some beautiful weather, we've also had the expected rain and winds. Unfortunately, our roof sprung a leak, or 3, but a temporary fix seems to be holding for now. One thing we haven't dealt with though is
snow.
Snow and ice on the hills and mountains on Skye isn't unusual, and while it does snow down at sea level too, it doesn't often lie for long. Gritters get out on the roads and it usually melts away fairly quickly. The forecast for the second week back at school was for snow, and given the frost and low temperatures of late, we thought we might even get a snow day. But we weren't prepared for what was to come, literally. Our first inkling that this week would be different was when we woke up to a message to say that our youngest son's nursery was to be closed for the day. It's a bit of a drive away, and the elevation changes mean the road can be icy. With staff and kids coming from further away, they were being on the safe side. Meanwhile, school is closer and was still open, but not for long. It is officially a snow day. School and nursery are both closed today, so we actually don't have that much snow on the ground, but I'm kind of hoping that we get a lot more today that makes it worth it and we can go outside and play in it. Just as we were figuring out how we would entertain the kids for the day, dark grey clouds closed in and it started to snow heavily. Our whole view outside turned monochrome. It was amazing to see. Hello. So it must have been 3 years ago. No, that can't be right. Yes, 3 years ago when we were living in Musselburgh, we had tons of snow because it was when our eldest was only 2.5 and I was pregnant with our youngest. And I had just so happened, I have no idea why, just so happened to buy these snow boots just before. I think it was because I'd seen someone wearing them on like a little walk through the woods and stuff, and I thought they looked like really good boots to have to wear for like shorter walks and that. And of course, they're perfect when it snowed. So this is only going to be the second time I've had to use these though, and I'm not going to lie, I'm very excited. I just ditched the kids inside for a minute and I'm going to try and go out and take some pictures and stuff, and then I will get them to come outside too. It's snowing still quite heavily. The flakes are a bit smaller now. They were like huge before, but it's snowing pretty steadily, and it's supposed to be snowing like this until about 3 o'clock. So we're just debating on like going out for a little bit now while it is snowing, come back in, warm up, and then maybe go out later once the snow stopped and like really enjoy it. Hopefully do some sledding. It's definitely deep enough now. We need to find our sled, but we'll hopefully do some sledding. So yes, I don't know, I'm really excited. I almost feel kind of bad ruining the perfect snow, but I'm going to go for it. So you can see the snow is probably, I don't know, I want to say 1 inch deep or so, but it's definitely getting heavier again. How do you like the snow?
Like when I was a kid, it was great. Snow was awesome. Now I'm an adult, I can only think about these two boys coming inside with all their wet stuff. And generally, it's cold. It's beautiful. But yeah, as an adult, snow is a very different beast. But it is awesome. And there's a snow day, which means we get a day off work. When you're self-employed, that's not so much.
We had our first family snowball fight, and then the snow started to get heavier again, so we headed inside to dry everything and warm up. The next morning, day 3, we woke up to beautiful winter light and a temperature drop that meant that the snow turned to ice. We were able to venture a little bit further from home before another big dump of snow later that afternoon.
Having fun?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, it definitely snows on Skye, and sometimes school is closed. But it doesn't snow all winter long, so the infrastructure and people aren't necessarily ready for it all of the time. There are so many small, winding and hilly roads that just a few inches of snow can make a big difference to safety for travelling. We are on snow day number 4, and the snow is actually the thickest. Thickest? Is that the right word? Heaviest? Deepest? Deepest. That has been. By the late Friday afternoon, the snow was starting to melt away. We'll look back fondly on our first experience of snow on Skye, I'm sure. And next year, we'll be better prepared. What is it, Phil?
It's a very useful tool, Sonja.
For what?
Shoveling snow.
Is there any snow outside?
No, the snow melted. It made it take a long time to get here. Told you we needed a snow shovel. But now this can be used as a small child poker! That's it.
That's it, they gave you a stick.
Just a stick.